Now it is possible to reduce the heat loss of your house by more than 70%. However, you'll need a special method of thermal insulation. The main material used is EPS-blown beads. The master makes a small, imperceptible hole in the wall, and then using special equipment, blows the EPS beads into the cavity inside the wall. It is a simple procedure that can be done in under 2 hours by one person. However, after 1 month, you'll see a 30% reduction on your energy bills. In addition, the beads are distributed and fill all the space allotted to them, which guarantees the absence of cold spots in the house. The technique works equally well in new or old buildings. Bad engineering solutions and natural processes in the ground can lead to warping and then collapse of the foundation walls of the building. An effective solution to this problem was proposed by American specialists. They used special metal anchors to align the wall, removing excessive tension from it and returning the building to its former levels of strength and durability. On the inside, the wall is reinforced with steel plates. On the outer side, metal pins are driven through the wall. Masters push them deep into the ground, which helps to stabilize the structure and even restore its integrity. To make the room look like before, you only need to make some minor repairs. Next up is an innovative solution for driveways, parking lots, and transit areas. This is a geogrid, which is laid under the gravel, allowing you to enjoy the best characteristics of both gravel and concrete. The surface has the drainage abilities of a regular gravel surface. That is, it quickly absorbs stormwater and passes it through. But ride comfort and stability are comparable to a surface finished with concrete tiles. This material could be used to replace traditional concrete floors in residential and commercial buildings. The system consists of 2 elements: panels of high-density EPS foam and galvanized steel ribs. The assembly of the structure takes a few minutes, and it can be done by one person, because all the elements are lightweight. The assembled panels are installed in place of the concrete slabs and reinforced with a metal mesh. Then the only thing left to do is pour concrete mortar on top. In comparison with traditional buildings, those built with this technology show increased reliability, stability, energy efficiency, and improved sound insulation. The next invention we're going to talk about is a professional plaster sprayer. The tool is used to quickly apply plaster and fill the joints of walls finished with ornamental stone. The working principle of the device is pretty simple. The master manually puts the mortar inside the hopper, and the mixture is then fed to the nozzle. This machine doesn't have its own motor and is powered by an ordinary drill. According to the manufacturer, this is the world's first plaster designed specifically for machine application. The number 75 in the name indicates that the productivity of the work has increased by 75% compared with conventional plastering materials. Specialists added special additives to the composition, which facilitate and accelerate mixing, increase adhesion and plasticity, and guarantee a long service life. An additional advantage of the material is its versatility. The plaster can be laid on top of any material, from concrete and brick to styrofoam and other types of plaster. It can be used in living rooms, corridors, kitchens, and bathrooms. When building cold rooms, in which the temperature is usually below 0 degrees Celsius, it's necessary to take into account frost heave, which is the movement of the ground under the floor caused by the formation of ice. This process can negatively affect the stability of the structure. Forced ventilation, as well as floor heating, are 2 expensive ways to solve this problem. An affordable solution is the installation of a permanent formwork. This plastic construction, up to 10 feet high, provides effective optimal natural ventilation, and thus is the safest and most profitable way to avoid frost heave. Experts from a German company have come up with a way to significantly save time during the construction of basements of residential buildings. Instead of using formwork, pouring concrete in it and then wasting time waiting for it to harden, they suggest assembling underground structures from prefabricated modules. Parts of the walls, partition and stairs are brought to the site and then joined together and secured in just a few hours. The finished structure is small, about 18 by 18 feet, which saves resources when building the foundation pit. At the same time, the resulting space is large enough to accommodate a storage or technical room. You can significantly increase the strength of a brick building by using the following invention. This is a reinforcing mesh made of fiberglass. When building walls, it's placed in the joints between the bricks together with the mortar. The technique has almost no effect on the pace of construction, since you just have to lay the mesh in every third layer. However, wall grip significantly strengthens the masonry and reduces the cracking of the mortar to a minimum. This is due to the fact that the mesh dissipates the natural tension that inevitably arises in the walls. The system performs particularly well in areas exposed to earthquakes. An additional advantage is that wall grip doesn't interfere with the installation of power and water lines inside the walls. It is very simple to install the thermal insulation of a building with this Italian-made system. Thanks to its versatility, it is equally well suited for new buildings under construction, as well as for already constructed buildings. The layer of thermal insulation is mounted on the walls from the outside. The system itself consists of horizontal metal profiles and EPS blocks, which are attached to them with a couple of simple, easy movements. Next, the wall is plastered and covered with paint or cladding material. The manufacturer highlights the ease and speed of installation, as well as the high quality of the finished insulation. This is a building material that was developed specifically for use in areas with a high risk of flooding. These are special plastic blocks, which have a void ratio of about 96%, so that they can let pass and drain excess groundwater. At the same time, the blocks are strong enough to be stacked on top of each other in layers. As a result, it's an ideal material for deep drains. They work best at facilities where there is no possibility to make a special site for drainage, such as malls, warehouses, stadiums, and various industrial facilities. The service life of the blocks exceeds 50 years. This building is an important achievement for the world of construction, and at the same time, a step forward into a future in which houses are no longer built by humans. It is located in Dubendorf in Switzerland and was built using a combination of the most advanced technologies and solutions available today. 3D printers created the slabs and walls using mortar, and robots imitating the work of human hands are responsible for welding fixtures. The house literally embodies the idea of sustainable use of resources. Solar panels placed on the roof provide the house with plenty of energy. Hot wastewater from the shower flows through the heating radiators. And the cement savings during construction was 60%, which had no effect on the durability and reliability of the structure. And while the house won't be used as a residential building, it allowed to test a new technology, as well as speeding the transition from research to practice. An alternative to traditional building materials was introduced by the Italian company Isotex. Its specialists took wood fibre, cement, water and natural minerals, mixed them, and created building blocks from the resulting mass. As a result, the wood lost its organic properties and became resistant to such external factors as vermin, rotting and mould. Opting for such blocks has a positive effect on almost all the characteristics of the finished building. The unique structure of the material gives the walls air permeability and naturally regulates the humidity in the rooms. Also, the blocks are resistant to fire and increase the thermal insulation and bearing capacity of the walls by 45% compared to conventional blocks. Hey, stop being lazy, it's time to use that brain of yours. Welcome to Brain Time. Incredible facts from the past, the present, and even the future. The power of nature and wild animals, amazing facts and unsolved mysteries. You'll find all this and much more here. Subscribe now, you won't regret it.